introduce yourself yet?
No, I'll do that in a few moments' time.
Michael Corrin, everybody, well-known TV personality and author. I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. I'm merely the moderator. Difficult for me because I do have certain opinions, but I will try my very best. And I need to find out, have you gentlemen decided who is going to go first?
Yeah.
You're going first? Okay.
I think I'm the affirmative, Christianity versus Hinduism.
All
affirmative
right.
goes first.
Okay. I'm sure you know quite a lot about the speakers tonight and tomorrow, otherwise you wouldn't be here. However, for those who have just wandered in or whatever, Dave Hunt, best-selling author, researcher, international lecturer for over 30 years. You look very good for your age. Hunt's many books, over 4 million sold, and my golly, 50 languages. That's very, very impressive. Expose the fallacies, I suppose, that have crept into Western culture and the church itself, of Eastern psychological and sophist philosophies, ecumenism and other unbiblical teachings. Concern over Islamic politics and religion are reflected in current articles, lectures, and interviews. You have 40 minutes, sir. Good luck.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening. It's a privilege to be here, and Dr. Doobay and I just met. I understand he's a vascular surgeon, has done cardiac surgery as well, but now specializes in that, I think, and just did an operation this afternoon. And he's a busy man, rushed over here, so we're fortunate that he could make it. I have a lot of respect for Dr. Doobay. Although we only met this evening, I listened to one of his temple services. I think that's what it was. He doesn't know. We got it from somewhere off the internet. And sounds like an admirable man. He urges his congregation, is that what you call it in the temple? Okay. He urges his congregation to be loving, kind, helpful, compassionate, and so forth. And I certainly agree with him. So why would we be having a debate? Well, we've got a big difference in how to attain this state of mind and action. And that's where we have a little bit of a problem. And that's why we have a debate. We fall short of this, and I think his congregation would fall short. Hindus certainly fall short, and many Christians fall short. So what can we do about that? It's something called sin, and it seems to have a grip on the human race. Buddha, he did mention Buddha, I think, with some admiration in his talk. Buddha wanted us to be rid of all desire. And when you could get rid of all desire, then you get rid of all lust. Problem, I don't know how they solve it, but Buddha's great desire was to be free of desire. So I don't know how you work that out. I want to thank Paul McGregor and the other conveners and sponsors of the debate. And I think it was a great idea. Thank the film crew out there. And Michael Corrin, of course, and All Saints High School for renting this facility. They're not the sponsors of it. Obviously, my opponent, I guess we have to call one another opponents, Dr. Doobay, he's a highly regarded leader of the Vishnu Hindu temple in Richmond Hill. And he knows far more about Hinduism than I ever will. And I probably know more about Christianity than he does. I think we each know enough about our subject to make an interesting discussion here this evening. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about, as Michael already said, talking about atheism. I'm talking about it, debating an atheist, a university professor, an atheist, a philosophy professor. And then that evening, we're debating on Islam. Now, why do we have these debates? Do they really matter? Who cares? I mean, you came here tonight. You must have thought there was some purpose to it, some value. Well, I believe, and I know Dr. Doobay believes, we are non-physical beings living in a physical body. And I won't go into all those details, but your brain does not think. And I'm not trying to insult you. My brain does not think either. If our brains originated our thoughts, we would be prisoners of our brains. You know, I wonder what my brain wants for lunch tomorrow. Well, that's not the way it works. The brain, neurosurgeons have described it, and other experts on the brain have described the brain as a machine that a ghost can operate. That's Sir John Eccles. You are the ghost that operates the machine. You make the decisions. You can't blame it on your brain. Well, I just murdered a guy, but my brain made me do it. No, your brain didn't make you do it. You did it, and you made your brain operate your body to do that. So that means that when we die, your brain is dead. You, the person who did the thinking and made the decisions, you are still living in another dimension, and you are accountable, I'm accountable, to the God who created us, and I think that's a very serious matter. At the very beginning, I want to explain that I'm not here to defend religions of any kind, denominations, Lutherans, Presbyterians, Baptists, Catholics, and Southern Baptists, and so forth. I'm here to defend biblical Christianity. The reason I define it that way is because I've listened to some debates, people who call themselves Christians, and I don't think that they're really Christians because they don't follow the Bible and they don't follow Jesus Christ. Now, you're free. You can make up, you want to make up a religion? Go ahead. Make up any religion you want. But don't you dare try to call it Christianity if you do not follow Jesus Christ and His Word, where Christianity is defined for us. So, in the process of the debate, I must of necessity point out there's some significant differences, or we wouldn't be having a debate, between biblical Christianity and Hinduism. And Dr. Doobay, of course, will clarify that much more than I can, but at least I have to kind of set the stage here and define some of the differences between these two. Now, the Hindus, as I understand it, I can be corrected if I'm wrong, I think they believe that there is one supreme God who is not physical, and that raises some questions. They've got about 330 million gods. Some of them call them gods. They say, no, these are just depictions of the one true God, Brahman. Now, why would you, I'm hoping the doctor will explain these things for us, I'm sure he will. Why would you depict a non-physical being? God is a spirit. The Bible says He dwells in a light that no man can approach unto, whom no man hath seen or can see. And the biblical God forbids any physical depiction of Him. We call them idols. So I wonder how the Hindus would justify why do we need physical representations of this God. Now, I don't know how familiar you might be. You've probably seen some pictures, but I think some of the representations among the 330 million are shockingly evil, demonic. You ever seen a picture of Kali with her 10 arms and a necklace of shrunken human skulls and freshly severed heads hanging from her belt? I was in India, awakened one evening, maybe one night, about 2 or 3 in the morning, by a sound of revelry. I couldn't tell what it was, but it was pretty loud. I ran out there to see what it was. It was a crowd of Hindus following a statue, or a depiction, not a statue, but a depiction of Kali. Now, it was a bit frightening. The scriptures, the Hindu scriptures, the Vedas,